I'm just double checking because that King of Pentacles in the second house. With, you know, that Four of Wands that was in progress. Somebody's ahead of the other. But things are just... The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Got Three of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. But why? Question is exactly why. Now, they're closer. Like if I put this, if I don't want to put him just in the, I mean, I could put him in the reverse, but he's not. He's in progress, right? Now the question is he going to, the question is the King of Cups going to say no or say yes? And is this Queen stuck while this King decides? It looks like. Now I'm going to put them in the same direction. And then, because I don't want to just put them in reverse and decide it, I'm going to put it sideways. And he was closer to going sideways that way than the other way. All right, Scorpio energy. Death energy. Is this sexual? Can Scorpio help with the sex here with the wands? Yep. Okay, here's the thing that's definitely in progress in the 8th is absolutely, yep, the libido. Somebody is waiting. God's truth. Now, this takes us back to Gemini. This takes us back to the Magician. This is Aries, though. Very much first house. And so feeling potent in the community. Yes, feeling like you've got your place in the community. That Knight of Cups, right? If we look at that Knight of Cups, then in this context, start transforming because needing to feel that potency. Again, in 5th house with those wands, absolutely. Hit the floor. Hit the floor. Page of Wands, absolutely first house. First house echoed. So, total transformation. Now the question is, how? Let me get the fridge. What's doing it? Is it because it's your own journey that is affecting your libido, or is it because of the other person that's affecting your libido? And we do have, I mean, we definitely have the effect of the other because we have that 7th house and the 3rd house. You know, that's, but is it the one person or is it everybody? Again, we're going back to 5th house. It's to do with self. It's to do with the fact that, because here we have Knight of Wands, so I put that as 5th house energy. And yeah, we have that Page of Cups energy. Here we'll get 5th house out again. It's that identity. It's, right? Squaring off with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. And feeling, it's that power. The joke is, this is the joke. This is the joke. This is what sucks, is that it's actually your own power that's knocking out your libido. The fact that you are such a strong magician at this point is actually, and then getting into that awareness and realizing, I really feel like that's it. Wow. So I'm going to, at this, well, no, I'll put them, but with that, yeah, master numbers, even above and beyond any twin flame references, the master numbers, the Mercury numbers, which is your ruler. I mean, it's the core of Virgo. So 9th house, Sagittarius house, Temperance, obviously, long journeys, the truth, healing. Okay, what can we say about healing for you in all of this? But again, across from Gemini in the 3rd house with the short journeys, but again, and tremendous sexual energy. Oh God, every sign has their own sexual energy, for crying out loud. Okay, 5 of Swords, Libra again. Necessary change. There's a necessary change in what you believe. Here we go with all of that Swords energy in your 4th house. Yes. You haven't been abandoned. Temperance is also all about protection by the divine, right? Adventures, empathy. Okay, I have the 5-1 to slap out. I'm going to put it back in because it didn't just fly. Okay, crossing it, we do have full Sagittarius energy. 10 of Wands, stuck. Now we could say there's soul contract stuck. We have completion that's stuck. You're almost home. There's mastermind. We've got King and Queen energy here in the 10 of Wands. Now we just had your King of Wands, right? Reversed or in progress. In your own house, yes. In your own house, because there's that Queen of Swords. So if we look at that, the King of Swords and Queen of Swords situation, yes. And that King of Wands. Ten and 5, right? Anything else in here? But so there's full awareness. There's full awareness because there's like full Sagittarius energy in Sagittarius. Full temperance, but reach the end of temperance. Right? Because this is very sharp energy. And this would, okay, yeah. Beginning and end. So Saturn is here. Interestingly enough, Saturn in career energy again. So here we have squaring off, right? Squaring off. Just like your 2 10s are squaring off. Well, yeah, with your Page of Cups. Yeah, if we go back to, if we just go right back to 8 with those 3 Wands and the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Yep. Yep. The fact that we have career energy here as well in Wands energy, same as your career energy is in Leo. Your North Node and your 10 of Pentacles in Leo. So sense of self, sense of leadership, possibly creative energy, yes. But let's just focus on, depending what your interests are, what your field of study is, or expertise. I don't want to make assumptions about the creativity side of it. I just want to make an emphasis of the ability to stand out, to have the pride and the strong ego. And so now we have increased King and Queen energy, King and Queen of Wands energy in the 9th house, going the distance, shall we say. So very much your career energy, your Saturn, calculated risks, boundaries, fears. And I said there could be fear involved, right? So absolutely, there seems to be there seems to be fear is speaking to me right now. And if you're feeling like, the power is so strong and you're not sure that it's just, if you're feeling unprotected, it's because you're graduating. Absolutely. Like you're just in master mode. So the question is, then what is it that you're afraid to step through? Is it like the next steps, or you don't know what to do? Maybe you do. I don't know that there's I think we're just taking the temperature here, going through the houses. Maybe this is just all affirmation for you and there's not actually a problem to solve. Let's carry on. But we do have divine timing here in your 9th house of faith philosophy with a necessary change. We have completion, we have the end of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. So something, the awareness is there, but we go back to the justice situation, we go back to the partnership situation, the 7th house situation, because this is a Libra card for me. So the necessary change in communication, the necessary change of agreement, the parting of ways, or the negotiation, yes. And making sure that you know what you need. This is Venus, amazingly enough. Venus might not rule this particular card, I can't remember, but she does rule the house, the 7th house, right? Along with the 2nd house. So if we want to just compare for a second, right? Because we do have Venus is, I think, kind of the sleeping force in this right now. Or more or less, because we do have, here's where we have also your career energy echoed, and something just didn't work out. So this beginning, some sort of institution, Virgo, or it's either the marriage But we have the King in Pentacles energy, and then we have his ruler Saturn in Wands energy, and we have the emphasis on his home in Wands energy in Leo. So we have strong self, strong self, again, there's that rebirth of you. We're just going to go straight back to that Ace of Pentacles in your 1st house. There's just this rebirth, which is totally echoing, right? If we've got the 10, now it's stuck because of the change of belief, right? We've reached that 10 completion, and then we're back to the Ace of Wands, which is the 1st house, the house of self, that Page of Wands, which we're looking at right now in the transformation house of Scorpio. Let's keep a 10 out in front. Okay, so then let's go to your career. Let's go to your career house. Let's go to Capricorn, 10th house, reputation. Let's see if this is about reputation. I feel like it strongly is, even maybe more so than the work. It's sliding out sideways. It's not certain, but it's here. Absolutely, Sagittarius energy. That 9 of proving yourself to everybody. Echoing that 10. The 10 that was in progress. You know? Stuck. The wounded warrior. Wow. That Page of Cups, squaring off with that Page of Cups. Here we go again. The 10 of Cups. So taking us, the Ace taking us back to the 10 of Cups, which was in progress, squaring off with the Page of Cups. And so again, the transformation from Page energy to Knight energy to King Queen energy. Right? We have the King and Queen, you know, odds, Queen being stuck, waiting for the King to decide. Right? In the 7th house. We've got Wands and Cups energy in the career house. We don't have Pentacles energy in the career house. We have 4th house and 9th house. Very much to do with guides. And well, I don't think that there's anything else coming through for 10th house. Okay, one more thing. Ah, the turn of the wheel. Okay, Jupiter energy, absolutely. Jupiter co-ruling Sagittarius, 9th house, and Pisces, 12th house. It's got a ways to go. So there's work that needs doing. We've got that 7 and 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Very interesting. What is the... Okay. All right. I'm asking questions when there maybe aren't questions to ask. So let's say... Let's put these all in the same direction. I know that they're not quite... But let's say they're all in the same boat. Ah, that 6 of Swords, right? In the same boat, waiting for safe passage. In your 4th house. Waiting for safe passage, but it's your own safe passage you need to create. 11th house. Aquarius, right? So they think of the 8 of Swords. I don't think we've had 9 of Swords or 10 of Swords on the table yet. We've had the King and Queen though. 11th house. So the non-conformity for me. So okay, and of course Saturn and Uranus. So if we go back to that Saturn placement, definitely I forgot to mention that there's the Aquarius, the 11th house connection to that, of course. So that the world card, yes. And it's the 11th house. So we have 1111, shall we say. And the star knows that she's protected, knows everything's in divine timing. And we do have Earth Mother represented here with these 7 stars, right? This is, you know, she'd be personified as the Statue of Liberty, who comes from a long line that'll take us right back to Africa, to the Great Mother that originates the others. I was talking about Ashira or Ashra. And if you go back through Babylon, but then that's going to go back to Egypt, and Egypt is going to go back to, well, I realize that they're separate from that Gilgamesh is definitely unique from Egyptian, but Egyptian is going to come from West Africa. So basically, Mama Waka, the Sibyls, here we go. Boom, boom. Wow. Yep. Okay, so Tower reversed. Uranus for me. So very own ruler, the non-conformity. So we have that magician situation of, and we have here the independence. The self. Absolutely the power of the self. Now why the Tower is reversed and not upright? It happened. It already happened. And there's possibly an Uranus cycle, like you passed age 21, age 42, that kind of thing. But here we have that career energy echoed. So we have career energy in your 2nd house, in your 5th house, and then in reverse in the 7th house, where there might be too much emphasis on the other. Yes, waiting for that safe passage, but you are the safe passage. Yes. And right into the flames, but stuck sideways, because that 8 of Swords, you really need to do that Houdini move in the 8 of Swords, because here we have 11th house own energy, completion. It's near completion just the same as those 10 wands are near completion. Yes. And so you are absolutely mastermind in this house. You are good to go. You are good to go. Uranus did his thing with you. And you're stuck between proving yourself to everyone and starting fresh. With that Ace of Swords, yes. That's tied to the wands. So the drive. The drive. Okay, final house. What can Pisces tell us? What can Pisces tell us, Virgo, directly across from you? 12th house. Co-rulers, Jupiter. We've heard from Jupiter. We've heard from the wheel. We need to hear from Neptune, the hanged man. But the moon, I love the moon. The moon's the happy card. And again, referencing Minnow Pond again today, because something was very much on point for messages for Scorpio from Minnow Pond. 2 separate readings, absolutely. Keeping me safe today. Thank you, Minnow Pond. And affirming some dangers and affirming my own, what I need to do while I'm avoiding the dangers from dangerous people. And he was talking about the moon, saying, you know, you're on the path and you stay the path to get to what you want to accomplish. So I feel like it's no accident that they got me to watch that today so that I could repeat it for you now. Whatever you already started, now you're going to complete. Pisces own energy, going back to the 8 of Cups. You've been guided. Now, this is, be careful what you wish for. Interesting. 9, not proving yourself to everyone. You need to prove yourself to everyone. Taking us back to that squared 10 of Cups in your 5th with the Page of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, right? Now, for me, not even for me, 12th house is where you're the muse, the prophet muse, yes? It's very creative. It, you know, and Pisces, well, you know what, actually? It can be. But Pisces can wear all crowns. So I would say wherever, if it's about fire energy, again, I want to be careful about, being too specific about creative energy. Pisces can be strong in any sign, in any house of concern. So wherever we want, that's where Pisces, I'll just repeat in case the camera cut off when I was saying it, but that's where Pisces will focus all the channeled energy, right? The extra information, the prophetic information, and really deliver. Like, I have very strong Libra energy in my Pisces placements, and so when I got down to analyzing and understanding it, I was, before I knew that, then I was focusing on my Pisces placements fairly unclearly, and assuming, not understanding how much Pisces can take on the characteristics of another house and serve the needs of that house and that sign. And so I thought, well, okay, so I'm going to blend the mystic, the muse prophet energy with justice issues. And it's like, no. It's going to amplify Libra energy, right? You know how the sun card will illuminate the other cards around it? It's like the moon does the same thing. And the moon in tarot being Piscean and in astrology being Cancerian. But again, Scorpio as well, right? This is the happy card for water signs. Now the question is if we have the 9 in reverse, not proving yourself to everyone, what is that? So we don't need to, okay, right? What did I say? Venus is like slowly, like, look at the, like, I'm keeping her on a bit of an angle here. I'm not letting her be quite in reverse. So here we have 2nd house and 7th house energy. Manifesting, right? So this is God. For me, this is a God card. Female God. Right? And so, there's male God. Emperor for me would be male God. But yes, in whatever area you're in, and I think fair to say for enough Virgos, you're going to be in different areas of work. If it's purely creative, then it is purely creative. But if it's anything else, and why can't it? Why wouldn't it be? So Venus is helping you to get what you want, right? These are both in similar directions. It's almost, she's ahead of it, right? Anything else with not really. You have Venus with you. Emphasis on Venus. Working with you. You're not alone, but you do need to realize as magician and mystic I think, oh, to the floor. Okay. Right. A 3 of Cups situation, that Cancerian situation, right? And others, this can also be an 11th house card in astrology. And this is squared off then with the 9 of Cups. Just so your cups are squaring off with each other. We have Page of Cups squared off with 10 of Cups. Again, so that's echoing the Page of Cups because this is Page of Cups energy. Okay, so there is the... Yep, it's just that transformation. It's that Scorpio. The community situation. The happiness. The happiness. But the rootedness. The feeling okay with your guides. Yeah. For emphasis, flying out. Yes, absolutely. Now, if this involves soulmate, it involves soulmate. But here we have in progress. We have Scorpio in progress. We have the 6 in progress. It's just the same as the 6 of Swords, wanting that safe passage. Okay, so there's just all these levels of happiness that are contingent on this. But again, and this will have everything to do with guides and 1 foot in this world and 1 foot in the next world. But of course, it's a soulmates card as well. Right? And if we just go back to that 3rd house scene, and that 3 of Pentacles work situation, where you are a magician in your 3rd house, right? And we have the 4-4 in reverse. And the 4 leading back to the 3 that's stuck. And that 3, the 4 of the Swords that's going back to the 3 of Swords, doing the right thing. And that 3 of Swords with the, and this person with the Ace of Swords right on top of them, right? But underneath them, resting. And the 3 of Swords has the Ace of Swords running right through the center of that heart. And where did we put the Ace of Swords? Yes. It's in Scorpio, isn't it? Let's just put 3rd to the side here. I'll just... Yep. It was in progress with the 3 of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. Leo, 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 and Aries. That 1st house itself. Yep. Now it's all there, and she's working on it with you, and it's just down to your own initiative. Slogging away at it. But knowing, I think probably in 12th house, the moon is the main point of the card, apart from knowing that she's there. But you're going to stay, just, you know, got to thank what she said through Minnow Pond earlier, and know that, yeah, you're going to stay on that path. You're going to stay on that path. Aquarius energy, King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy, but in the same, the 9. Another 9. 9, 9. Proving yourself to everyone. Let me go back to that 10 of Swords situation right there. With that independence. And that tower that happened. The tower happened. That non-conformity. You know who you are. Now you got to stick with it. Now you got to stick with it. So I think that brings us full circle, Virgo. And yeah, let's just see. Yeah, we've got 1st house Mars energy right here with the Queen of Pentacles. And that free will. Look at this, 6-6. Those gifts. Libra energy with the 2 of Cups down. That relationship that's just going to take its time. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, because then we have the 3 of Swords. With the Scorpio, with the transformation. Forced change of perspective. Triggers Sun. Yep. Yep. That's what's left that's not in there. See, she didn't hit the table. She stayed in the deck. And that stayed in the deck. It was kind of popping out, but it stayed in there. So, things that are on hold. Things that are on hold. But interesting that the Ace of Wands stayed in. That absolute beginning. And the gift in Leo. Right? The central Leo energy is still in the deck. And where was it between again? Between that other 6, the free will and the soul contract, and then the Libra, the justice. Yes. So you making up your mind, basically just persevering. Being that Knight of Pentacles. The progress. But yeah, okay. That is what we have for a full 12 house, and it might take some review, but I would say intuitively, not intuitive, I hate that word. It's a non-word. But again, that wheel, yes, that wheel with needing to have that, yeah, in that career situation. Yep. So divine timing with the career. That's the thing we haven't said yet. That completion, that Uranus-Saturn completion in your calculated risks, in your faith, in what you believe, your sense of self and your drive, your strong ego, your leadership abilities, you know, being worked on. Possibly your mojo in Scorpio, absolutely, because of course that's tied to it. Career energy, early career energy, and your own energy. The planning, the establishing, the growing, the switching from basically, well, the transformation. Yeah, if we go back, the camera cut out for time, but if we go back to your own house of problem solving, we have emotional interference, right? Like, it's never nice to have heavy feelings when you're trying to solve problems. But this King of Wands has a plan, right? And he's stuck for the plan. And in your own house, you're all about solving the plan. So yep, we have again the 2 tens squaring off with the page in your 5th. Anything I'm missing? Full 11th house energy in your 4th. We have that guardedness, that we do have financial stability, or we have guardedness, financial guardedness, but everything kind of guardedness is because of that 6 and that 7, that Libra energy. And Aquarius energy, that move, that underestimating yourself in your 4th. Yep. It's just time. It's just time, that alignment of the Chariot. This 3 of Pentacles reversed is still very interesting. And back to that 2 of Pentacles, not wanting to get into the wrong situation. And then, of course, I'm skipping 3rd house, where you are the Magician. So your Mercury's fully charged. And we had all those. And yes, and the cat is speaking again. Just feel like with that King of Pentacles in the 2nd house, that the ideas might be ahead of the means, or the work, right? That the thinking is ahead of the, it's possible. But then, yeah, no, this new you in your first house, this coming and go, you know, the old you versus the new you, something like that, just amazing. Okay, Virgo, that's the recap. It's a lot, I know, it's a lot, but it's thorough, and hopefully something in there somewhere totally answered something for you. And I will be back with a regular reading next time. Once I'm done taking my time, I've got a lot to do with my beginning of drawing launch. And so I'm just sort of taking my time to do these heavier, in-depth reads for each sign. But give me a couple of weeks and I'll be back with a regular reading. Okay. Much love, Virgo. Thank you.